Paint Bureau Pro League is back for 2024. 18 weeks of disc golf at courses throughout the Hudson Valley, but really more like the capital region. It begins this Wednesday, May 1st at Stephen P. Wallace and continues with stops at old favorites J Park, CPS, and Minekill in time to practice for the Minekill Disc Golf Championships. 2 courses were added this year, Wilcox and Christ the King. You don't have to be a pro to play, but Paint Bureau Pro League is a PDGA-sanctioned league and costs $20 to play, so it's not a casual round. If you want to test your skills against some of the best pros in the area and Corey Cook, if you want to get better by playing against better competition, or if you're just looking for a rated round during the week, check out Paint Bureau Pro League. For more details, they do have a Facebook page, and I'm sure they post on a Discap page, or just get out to SPW on Wednesday. They usually tee off around 5. The Hudson Valley Disc Golf Podcast. We got Alex, Randy, Corey, Jason, Jaimen, and Kaitlyn's back with us again this week. I wanted to find out what everybody did for the eclipse because we kind of pre-talked about it. I thought we'd post-talk about it. So, Kaitlyn, did you do anything special for the eclipse?
I did nothing special. I walked out to my backyard, and that was it.
Was it cloudy where you were at?
It was cloudy. Yeah, I'm in Troy. It was cloudy. Couldn't really see anything.
All right. Jaimen, you had a thing set up for that, right?
Mostly. I didn't end up doing all of it. I don't know why, but I just assumed that the line of totality was closer to me than it was. And so I when I figured out the drive time, it was like I could get 5 minutes away from the line of totality if I rushed home from work. And the traffic was good in the direction that I wanted to go, which I was looking at that all day and that looked good. But it just ended up me and Taylor hung out in the back, our hammock, and just watched it. So it was a little disappointing on that level. I think that for this next one, I might try to go out and see my brother in California and be a little closer to it.
When's that?
It's in 20 years. This is not a good plan.
Well, book your room now because I heard a bunch of people, their rooms canceled on them the weekend before the eclipse.
That's crazy. My brother lives in California, so I would just go out and stay with him for a few days.
Jason, you didn't have any big plans, right?
No, I didn't. But I got a pair of glasses from work, so I went home early. And both my daughters got glasses from school, so we went in the backyard and watched it. It was cool at the beginning, and then the clouds rolled in and didn't really see much. One thing I did notice is when it got the darkest, the pond next to my house, all the frogs just started going crazy. And then when it got light out, they shut up.
Corey, you were at work, right?
Yeah, I did bring my Harbor Freight welding helmet to work, or welding mask, in case I was going to go outside and look at it. And then, first thing in the morning, Brian Bickersmith rolled by my area and gave me a pair of glasses. I didn't know which ones I should have trusted more, just some pair of cheap, shitty plastic paper things that someone probably got at a Stewart's or CVS, or something I actually paid $30 for that's actually designed to save your eyes from bright lights. But if I remember, I was working on a problem at work that was kind of a big deal. And I think right around the time it was about to happen, I solved it. So I was a little distracted and kind of forgot about the eclipse happening, even though I realized I was the only one in the department at my desk. So I looked at the window and I saw it got dark. So I went out and checked it out. And I don't know if I was on the tail end of it, if I already passed the midpoint of the peak experience, whatever you want to consider that as. So yeah, I sat outside in the parking lot for 60 seconds and then went back inside. I think it was pretty cloudy too, but
yeah.
Oh, when is the last time this happened? Or was it a different kind of eclipse? But sometime in the past 8 years, right?
There was a partial, right? Maybe even more recent than that.
Was it? I feel like it was right around COVID.
I remember it was the same situation. I was at work, same job. So
I think it was 2016, and there was a really good meme of Trump staring at the sun when the light was on.
Okay, yeah, right,
yeah. That was definitely part of it.
Yeah.
Well, it might have been 2017 because he would have been elected in 16, became president in 17.
Something like
Either
that.
way, it seemed exactly the same situation. Okay, I get it. If you were in some special place, I saw some videos of. Have we not talked about this at all since it happened?
The eclipse? No.
Yeah. Oh. In one of my ski groups, I saw someone post a video of them at the top of Jay Peak in northern Vermont, and that was pretty badass. If I was there for that, I would probably appreciate it more than just standing in the parking lot of insurance company in Glenmont, New York, with my cheap glasses. It didn't the experience wasn't there for me, but yeah, survived another one.
Alex, you have any big plans?
Oh, no, nothing. Took a step out of work, borrowed some glasses, looked at it for 30 seconds, went back to work. It was pretty cloudy where I was, so there wasn't really much to look at.
Yeah. And Randy, you had a plan though, right?
Yeah, so I drove up to Paradox Brewing. Drank some, what were they? Like blood orange Kolsch's that were delicious.
Not Blue Moons?
Not Blue Moons. No, that would have been pretty top. But anyways. And yeah, that was in the line of totality. So we were able to like look for a little over a minute with like no glasses on. It was pretty sweet. It got like real cold. I brought my camera, but I didn't really like make any plans to take cool photos because I would have had to buy like a special filter. So I didn't obliterate the sensor on my camera. So I mostly just took pictures of like the surroundings and not like pointed it right at the sun. But yeah, it was great. We got super lucky. We like dipped out of there the second totality was over and like somehow got ahead of the traffic and got home in like 2 hours flat. And I know other people, it took like 8 hours to get home. So pretty happy.
So we went to the Syracuse Mets game because they were doing an eclipse thing. You go to the stadium a little early. First of all, I didn't realize Syracuse wasn't that far at all.
It's like 2 hours?
200 miles for me.
Oh,
so,
yeah, you're south.
Yeah. Basically drive west to Binghamton and then go up north for however much longer that is. When I left, it was like, oh, it's pretty clear out. A few clouds here and there. By the time we got up there, it was complete cloud cover. Basically got to the stadium at 2 for a 5 o'clock game. We were looking up and you couldn't even see the sun. But then it was weird. Right around the time that it was happening, there would just be these breaks and you could hear the crowd go, ooh, like it was pretty cool in a pretty full stadium to be like, everybody's like cheering that the clouds parted for just a minute or two. And they gave us glasses when we came in, but we didn't really have to wear them because there was so much cloud cover. They actually even announced 2 minutes. That's why I posted it on our little chat, 2 minutes, because they announced like there's a 2-minute warning. And it made me think of a tournament.
Did everyone like repeat it around the stadium for each other?
No, just the main announcer. So watch that, then had another hour and a half to wait for the game to start. Then the Mets got shellacked 10-0 and drove home. And Waze took us like the most indirect route imaginable. We were actually on dirt roads at one point. We didn't even get out of Syracuse and it had us on back roads all the way down to like 17 that way. So they apparently traffic was so bad. They just didn't want you to go anywhere near Binghamton. Ended up on, like I said, some dirt roads. Found out the next day I got a flat tire because I got a nail at some point driving. So yeah, good times. Kaitlyn, you played at the Oakholm Gala this weekend. How'd that go?
It went really well. The first round I ended up shooting, well, to start off, like I don't think many tournaments have been played at this course. So usually I'll go in and I'll kind of check scores from previous tournaments to see like what a good score would be. For Team Challenge, we couldn't even get a really good idea because we were playing a different layout. At Team Challenge, we were playing like a short layout. In the tournament, we were playing longs. So no idea what a good score would be, but I ended up shooting even first round, which was about a 945-ish rated round. And then that put me one stroke ahead of Carly. And then second round, I ended up shooting a little bit worse, +3, but it was still 900 rated. And we went into a playoff and I lost on the first hole. So that was kind of a bummer, but the tournament overall was great.
That was in Brookfield, Massachusetts?
Brookfield, Mass. Oakholm Brewing.
This is the first one that they've had like this?
It's definitely the first women's tournament they've hosted there. I don't know if they've hosted other tournaments yet. The course itself is pretty new. I think in the last like 2 years, they've really cut everything in.
71 players, I see.
Yep.
And a Mindy Potts sighting.
Yeah, Mindy was there. There's a good handful of us from New York. Mindy and Dell, Kat,
Megan,
Julia, Megan. Yep.
I see Marcia Focht.
Marcia crushed it.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. This was me, Kyle, and Austin Swartout played a tournament down in Binghamton on Saturday, and we were wondering where Marcia was. Because it was weird for her not be there.
Yeah.
Then looked at the scores for this, and I'm like, holy shit, Marcia kicked some ass out there.
She did. -13. Next best was 15 strokes off her.
I don't know much about Marcia, but she travels for disc golf, Corey. I don't know if she plays locally.
Dude, she loves driving around that little Mini Cooper of hers, her little green Mini Cooper. That thing must have 1 million miles on it. I wouldn't be surprised if BMW gave her a free one at some point.
You said that was the same course you guys played it for Team Challenge?
Yeah, same course we played at Team Challenge, but the tournament was played from the longs, whereas at Team Challenge we played from the shorts, which was kind of weird because the shorts were really short. I don't know.
I vaguely remember, was that a complaint about Team Challenge that it was played from the shorts?
It was, yeah. It was a complaint for people that played there for finals, and it was a complaint from some people during the disc captains match, even people on the opposing team, which I'm pretty sure, Jaimen, you said it was their idea to begin with.
Yeah, it was wholly their idea. And it was their idea because that was the logical layout to use for finals. The short course was really short, and it did have a bunch of dinkers on it. But
is that a technical term, Jim? Dinkers?
Yep, definitely.
We did not win that match. It would have been nice because, the other team was just like, some of the guys were really bitching about it, and it could showing in their play when they weren't focusing. But I thought it was a fun course, though. Cool spot.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the long layout, so I think the course itself is nice overall. It's very hilly. Lots of up and down hills, so it was kind of hurting on Sunday.
You played that layout both rounds?
Yeah. FPO played longs both rounds, and then the other divisions, like I think Cat Chow Chow was in FP40, and they played longs first round, shorts second round, and then some division played shorts first round, and then shorts second round. They made an even shorter layout. So.
Oh, is it the purple layout?
Purple, yeah.
Anybody else have anything this weekend of note?
We did the monthly.
Oh, yeah.
You just want to talk about the monthly, yeah.
I mean, I can't not say anything about it.
Where was the monthly?
Colonial Acres, run by a friend of the show, Mark Bryan.
Mm-hmm.
Standard layout there, front 9 is reds, back 9 whites. It was a nice, fun monthly. I think there were 20 people there. Nothing too crazy, but went super smooth, got in and out really quickly. There was some glitch with my spreadsheet that I got to resolve that I got to talk to Mark about. But yeah, other than that, went pretty smoothly.
How'd you shoot?
I shot very well. I was feeling really good about it. I went 6 down on the front, including an ace, which was awesome. I had told my sister at the beginning, I knew somebody was going to ace today. I just didn't expect it to be me. And then I got a handful on the back 9 too, which is always good, including hole 6, which is that 400-foot like downhill one. And I was absolutely parked. I was like a disc length from the pin, which was awesome.
And I heard the hole that you aced was actually a pretty wooded hole, which is not typical of that course.
Yeah, so there's one hole where the basket's in the woods. You start, out in the open, and it's a right-hand, backhand hyzer into the woods, and that's where the basket is. And now just on the fly the whole way, just barely missed a couple of trees and hit chains. So that was super cool to have happen. On the whites, one of my card mates, it was our second to last hole, and he goes, I'll match the ace pot if you do it again. from the white. And I went for it. I absolutely went for it. It's like a 450-foot hole, and I was really proud that I had outdriven it, but I was still 60 feet away from the basket because it was way wide right. But it's a cool hole.
I can't. I was trying to look it up while you were talking. I don't have any of the results.
It's on UDisc, or should be on
UDisc. I was looking at.
I don't know if
I just typed in YOU disc. This was yesterday?
Sunday, yeah.
The problem I have with UDisc is their filter goes from 25 miles, 50, 100, then to 250.
Yep.
And there's a lot that are just over 100. If they just went to 150, that would be a lovely spot. Let me see.
I got the scores. I can send it.
Oh, I got it. Colonial Acres, Glenmont. Oh, okay. So you actually did win. Did you say that already, Alex?
I don't know if I said it, but yeah, I did end up winning. Yeah, felt really good about it.
And you beat Jasan after he hit a deer and lost all his chickens. So that's impressive. I'm sorry you lost all your chickens, Jasan. I don't mean to make fun of it. It's not funny.
It's okay. We have more.
Well, that's good.
Glad it happened when the kids were over. Didn't get to see the carnage.
I didn't even think about that. That would be a nightmare.
Yeah, actually, I'll send you guys a video of the fox.
What does it say? How was your round, Jasan?
Yeah, so I missed way too many from the reds. I made the mistake of thinking, since it was a Discap monthly, that it wasn't going to start on time. So I got the rate at 10, and they started on time. I warmed up on like 3 holes and didn't really get my putts in. And by the time I was warmed up, it was too late. But I feel like you got to get most of the red holes there because they're like birdie or die. And I think I only got 4 of them. So I left 5 out there.
Is that the front 9?
Yeah, the front 9.
You can kind of tell looking at the scorecards. There's not much orange on the front half overall, but the back half is littered with it. Although there's one green, it just keeps popping out. And honestly, Alex, it looks like you needed it. You only got Joe by 2 strokes.
Yeah, Joe was on my card, and he was right with me the whole way. Yeah, I was tied with the ace going into the whites, but I knew I had him in distance. Joe's a very technical player, and I would absolutely expect him to get a majority, if not all, of the reds, but he's not going to get the 400-foot shots, which, yeah, that's kind of my strength. So I was happy I was able to get a few of those to stretch out the lead.
Yeah, and it looks like exactly what you're saying. He did pretty well on the front and then just parred out on the back.
The banner photo for Colonial Acres is a picture from J Park.
Yeah, it is. Whole one.
I didn't recognize without all the water.
Yeah, right.
Not only is it the picture of J Park, but where all the shit flows from the new bathroom. The septic area of Fairway Hole 1.
All right. Anybody else have anything?
I guess I kind of mentioned it. Kyle Hirsch, Austin Swartout, and I went down to the Binghamton area on Saturday and played in the Southern Tier Open. Not a whole lot to say other than Kyle kind of crushed the field. Well, I guess there's a couple of guys came back, but at one point I took the scores that Kyle was crushing the field. We did bag tags between I think 8 of us. I guess actually only 5 of us. Ethan Hatters was also there. He crushed it in MA1, took the win. Kyle took the win at MPO. I came in 7th out of 21, so I was able to restart my cash streak. I'm at 1 right now. And we had a couple tag shakeups for disc cap tags, and now Kyle is holding on to the 2, and Adam Gill has his 2nd round played of the year. So good to see some tag movement as well at outside the region tournament.
That's tied with me as far as rounds played, just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I guess 2 is the bare minimum at this point in the year.
I did manage to pick up another tag round, so with the monthly.
Who would you say you went with, Kyle, and who?
Austin Swartout.
Oh, just check.
Kind of forgot how far the Binghamton area is from here. I'm always thinking I'm not playing this tournament in Massachusetts. It's 2 hours away. And then it's oh yeah, I'll go to Binghamton. It's 2.5 hours away.
So over 100 miles.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Okay. So I'm actually closer to Binghamton than you. It's not something to brag about. I don't know why I even mentioned it.
It was at a fun course, though. Damn, now I forgot what the course name is called.
Campbell.
Campbell Commons, yeah. It's nothing crazy, but it's fun to play, so it's kind of refreshing. There's a couple of maybe quirky holes with some weird mandos or whatever, but overall it's an enjoyable course to play. It's pretty scoreable. I played it last year for the Southern Tier Open, but it was 2 courses and only 1 round was at Campbell Commons. But the 2nd round wasn't as fun because that's when the wind really picked up and it rained for a few holes. And then, Jaimen and Jasan would know. Adam Gill was there, and he's the meteorologist. Works for the weather service. So you get to hear everyone asking Adam, can you turn the weather off? When's it supposed to rain, Adam? And I got a little concerned when the meteorologist grabbed an umbrella and I didn't actually have one. That's how I knew I was in for something. But anyways, Kyle took the win. They had trophies and he got a pretty good payout for, I guess I would say, a fairly small tournament, especially a C tier. $417 first place and a trophy at a C tier in Binghamton. Not bad.
I thought we'd go over SkipAce and then we do New York Team Challenge. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see where we're at from there. And so SkipAce, we had 2 events, the Jonesboro Open and Music City Open. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. So from 2 weeks ago, DGPT Played Again Sports Jonesboro Open presented by Westside Discs. From what I understand, that's part of the trilogy of discs.
Westside?
43 players, only 1 in the negatives. Not a huge separation. Although I did beat Dell is the best pots, Alex equals Stinky, in 42nd place. Lefty Flick 21 and 40th with 245. Kate Disc 38 with 280 points. 2 less points than myself. Jaimen 34th, Alex 32nd, Mikey Botlez in 30, Brian Bickersmith in 27th. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
He is not doing good this year. I don't even want to look at the overall standings. I already know it's not good.
Cat Bemis in 23rd. 22nd, Corey Me Up Cook.
Still not sure who that is.
That's the mysterious AJ of 2024. Corey Me Up Cook.
I'm rooting for them just so that we can have a discussion of where to send the box. So at least by then I'll know their address.
I hope you marry Corey Me Up Cook one day.
That'd be weird. Do we combine our last names?
Do you think they're also Corey Cook?
Would it be Cook hyphen Me Up Cook? Is
I don't know. This is getting too deep.
Jason Lasasso star in 20th with 655 behind Brandon S. Klein, who got me by like 200 points. Damn it. Ryan in 18th behind Kyle Hirsch and Austin Swartout. Turtles in Your Face in 13th. Last year's winner Mike Schwartz in 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Heller in 10th. Brian Monahan, part of Camel Case Corey in 9th. 8th place, Corey Cook, top 10.
Lucky sevens. 777, baby.
Mysterious AJ in 7th. Ryan Travis 148343 in 6th. Blaine Iron Dies Mandriza in 5th. Rob Weist of the Mississippi, 5 spots ahead of Corey. Randy Bobandy in 3rd place. A week later, but we got to it, Randy.
Thank you.
Good job. Behind Jason's Mechanic and the Play It Again Sports Jonesboro Open winner is Ivan Marmota.
And 160 points over second place. It's kind of a big jump.
It's a lot of points.
Quadruple digits.
His worst person was 120 points. That'll do it.
Whoa. That might have been my best one for that one. I feel like that last round, everybody dropped 20 places.
I mean, I got 3rd with a negative 120 on my roster. So,
Austin Hannum?
Paul Oman.
Ah.
I know.
Oh, I had him too. That's the other negative 120 I had.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for positive points. That's why I put Paige Pierce. I figure she can't be that bad. She's going to get some point, even with the, coming off injury and all that. I figure she's the value pick for me for this year, because her rating is a little lower than probably it normally is.
I think you should try to find a new value pick.
Well, I'm not going to trust you.
If you're trying to beat Brandon Klein, you got to stop with the bullshit and stop picking Paige. Wasting too many points.
Yeah, her rating is still high.
Come on, we got to get that kid.
Then who do I pick? Who's my value pick, Corey? Is it Sarah Holcomb?
No, I wouldn't go with Sarah Holcomb either. I'm not sure what Paige is rated, but Ella Hansen, usually a quality pick. Cat Merch, quality pick.
Ellie Ezra? Her rating hasn't jumped up yet.
Emily
right?
Beach?
Ellie Ezra, not a good pick. Emily Beach, never picking her again.
Yeah.
Ellie Ezra got me 170 points for Jonesboro.
Look at her last few weeks. And by doing that,
Elias is a power thrower, so that's why.
Yeah. She's a super good player, but she's really young, so she usually drops a bunch of places in the 3rd round. Yeah. She's just like not, she doesn't have that closer mentality yet.
I literally picked Emily Beach this past week because she's like consistent, solid, like good enough. And once you do the first time I picked her, fucking DNFs. I got people I'm trying to beat out here, like Rob and Randy.
I also had a bad week choosing her one time, but that's what happens. That's what makes this so interesting is like I feel like so many of my decisions are based off of last week and it doesn't work that way. I chose Evan Scott and Corey Ellis. Like, all right, Corey Ellis is a solid player, never out of the top 20. He got me negative 5 points, which means he was in like 70th. What? It just doesn't, it happens. Everybody's got off weeks. Look at Simon Lizotte the last 2 weeks.
Didn't he win the Music City?
Yeah.
In the past?
Yeah, he won last year and he won this year. Spoilers. But the last few weeks he's been really struggling.
Yeah, I'm looking for him on the Jonesboro list. Oh, wait, he took 5th in that tournament. What the hell? Never mind. Forget everything.
Never mind.
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and he just said he's been struggling a lot. So I assumed he was doing a lot worse than that.
It was all the tournaments prior to Jonesboro that he wasn't doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Jonesboro rated the ship.
That is a Simon course.
All right. So the other event from this past weekend was the DGPT Music City Open presented by Lone Star Discs, 43 pickers. Rob Weist of Mississippi, 39th.
Love to hear that.
With 108 points, and then 38th has 100 points higher, Mike Schwartz. Bickersmith, 34th place.
Oof.
Holding it down.
Man. Ryan in 30th, Ryan Nelson. Kate Discs in 29th, right behind Turtles in Your Face by a point.
Wait, Kate, you chose Cookie?
Who's Cookie?
Jacob Courtois?
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know his name was Cookie, but he did well last year. And I needed, I go too top heavy, and then I need to pick a bunch of scrubs.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always like, all right, which 120 player is going to pop off this weekend?
Yeah.
Would you have picked him if you knew his nickname was Cookie?
Yeah, that makes it even better.
He's got a nickname, right? Yeah, it's a known quantity.
Wait, is it cookie or cupcake?
Cupcake.
Oh, is that
Cupcake.
the guy who takes like a million years to putt?
Yeah, he takes a
Yeah.
million years to putt. His biggest contribution this year to the tour is he's Anthony Barella's caddy.
I'm like, who the hell is Cookie? And is that how you say his name? I've always just read it as Cordis.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I figured it was Courtois.
Oh, yeah, it's because TIS makes the twat noise.
Nothing about French pronunciation makes sense.
I know.
Blaine Irondies Mandraza in 27th. Cat Bemis 24th. Corey Cook 22nd.
Take it.
400 points more than Rob Weiss of Mississippi, but still 22nd. Mark Bryan 21st. Behind Brandon S. Klein in 20th. Corey Me-Up Cook 18th place. 4
That's my
spots
bets.
higher than Corey. Is that your second person?
Yes, my alt account.
Randy Bobandy in 17th behind Jason Lasasso Star. Ryan Travis 148, 343 in 14th. Mikey Botlez in 11th. Brian Monahan in 10th. Jaimen Hume 9th place. Not too shabby. I mean, 8th place where I'm at is better, but, those 9 points. Last week's winner, Yvonne Marmota in 7th. The other half of Camel Case Corey, Tim Goyette in 6th. Kyle Hirsch in 5th, fresh off a win at Binghamton. I used to live in Memphis, and there's a Binghamton. They called it Binghamton. And there's an Albany. They called it Albany.
Albany is kind of what they say on like GPS and like AI. I don't even know if I should say AI exactly. I think it's too broad of a term, but I feel like Albany is what I hear a lot when it's not a human saying it.
I definitely said Albany before I moved out here. Sorry, everybody.
That was just.
But you also said like "ka," right? So that's
yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I completely lost my very thick Boston accent just from moving out here.
We had a tie for third with the Highland Mike Warner and Jason's Mechanic, who was, I think, in second place last week. So third place, not too shabby. Second place, Shane Delimitor. That's definitely the French pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
And your winner, the ace man himself, Amp, Alex Potts.
Wow.
Had a rough week for Jonesboro and a good week to cancel it out.
I was going to be like, oh, Corey, why you telling me about my picks when I came in 8th and you came in like 22nd? But I didn't pick Paige Pierce this week, so I didn't say anything.
Yeah, so you took Cat Mersh. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was cool to see Paul Ullman on coverage because like I had heard the name so many times, but I'd never seen him play.
This wasn't the one with the 4 Paul card, right? That was the one before? That was Jonesboro?
I think that was Jonesboro.
Yep.
Okay. They didn't do coverage on that one, did they?
I don't think so. Not of that
like
card.
that card. No.
Would have been a lot cooler if they did.
Yeah, just live.
All right, so we got 48 pickers overall. Everybody's in the positive. Kenji Klein, 41st place. Lefty Flick up to 37th after a slow start. Corey Me-Up Cook in 35th.
After a late start.
Yeah, gonna pass me soon in 32nd, that's for sure. Still, I'm pretty sure I beat her last 2 weeks, but Kate Disk is still ahead of me. I don't know.
I was just gonna say, how the heck is that possible?
Well, I missed the first week because I picked for the general instead of the listener pool. And then the second week, I like negative 300. So Mikey Botlez in 30th behind Cat Bemis. Rob Weiss of Mississippi in 25th. Brian Bickersmith, 23rd. Respectable considering he's had a rough couple weeks. Turtles in Your Face, which I'm going to say every damn time. 21st place. Tim Goyette, 19th. Brian Heller in 18th. Mark Bryan 17th behind Jason Lasasso Star in 16th. He's been quiet, but Ryan Nelson 15th place. Jaimen Hume in 13th behind Corey in 12th. And Randy in 11th. Goodness.
Yeah, log jam.
Yeah. All behind Brandon S. Klein. And Mike Schwartz in 9th. Highland Mike Warner in 8th. Kyle Hirsch in 7th. Yvonne Marmota in 6th. Alex Potts, top 5.
Just barely.
Hey, it's top 5. Brian Monahan in 4th. Jason's Mechanic is a picker. That's all I'm saying. In 3rd place.
Yeah, I gotta get some tips when I drop the curl off.
The Mysterious AJ in 2nd place. And your leader through 7 weeks, Ryan Travis, 148,343.
For now.
It's pretty tight, though. We got the top 16 are all over 4,000. So that can easily switch week to week. Did you guys get your picks in? The next event is PDGA Champions Cup. Picks close in 2 days, or like 2 days ago if you're listening to this and you're not here live.
Yeah, I just did like the next month. So.
It looks like there's something each week for the next foreseeable future. So we're in the middle of it, in the middle of the picks.
Go all the way to Minekill.
Without any skips, you mean?
Yeah, I think like all the rosters are getting full now for all the events.
While we're on this topic, are there any events we should add to it?
Is Brewster Ridge in there? I haven't looked at what's in there.
Ooh, yeah.
Good one.
It is not, but it should.
Brewster's not. Let me get the event ID for that. Who's playing it?
Corey Cook.
Me.
All right, I'll just Google your name then. It's easier that way.
110582. Yeah. 76286.
760.
You're just saying a bunch of numbers, Corey.
Well, the first one, a PJ number. Then I just spit out another number for the event ID and then didn't explain what the numbers were.
This is where you earn that star, Jason.
Yeah, why make the big bucks here? Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Add events. You guys aren't seeing it on your end, are you?
No, not yet.
Oh, maybe I have to hit save changes again? See if that did it.
I'm looking at the event. There's 112 people on the wait list.
Wow.
Yikes.
Is there any comments about opening up the wait list and having 5 sums on every card?
That would stink.
Corey's going to be on a 5-sum and a ghost hole.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be on a 6-sum on a ghost hole.
So it's been like an episode and a half, but we do happen to have the newly named commissioner of New York Team Challenge with us, Kaitlyn Clay. Why did you decide to take over this responsibility?
It was kind of just put out there, and I figured I'm pretty organizational and have an unbiased opinion about things, so I figured give it a shot.
All right. When does the new season start?
Oh gosh, when do we usually start?
October, I think.
Yeah, October? Quite a bit away.
October 12th is the second Saturday, it looks like.
Will you require that people refer to you by a special title, or do you foresee this new power going to your head?
I mean, it very well could. As for a name, I haven't thought of one yet, but I'll think of a good one. Something that feels
Claymissioner.
Powerful. Claymissioner. That's good. I like that. That's what it will be.
I'll use that from now on.
Yeah.
Do you have any plans for, changes to the format or anything?
So I haven't really dug into many of the details yet of even like anything that I personally would change. I know there was like the form sent out and some responses on that. And I know on the survey Jess had put some of the changes that happened this past year and whether people like those changes or not. So I have to take a look at all that to see, what group consensus is on some of those things. And I've gotten some pings already about things. So I have to take a look at everything as a whole and see.
You're already getting hit by lobbyists?
I've gotten a few Facebook messages, yeah.
Well, Jess posted the results of some of the polls about a week or so ago, so I don't know if they've been added to since. But it looks like Chatham Hill Country Club and Minekill had the most input on these polls, so it's a little biased if you ask me.
We'll have to take that into account.
Yes, exactly. But I did have a couple questions based on the polls in here. First of all, obviously you've only just taken this, and like you said, you haven't planned much ahead. Have you heard anything at this point, this early point, about any new teams or even contraction, like less teams?
I haven't heard any contractions or any teams requesting to drop, but I know Prospect team is kind of in the works. I haven't heard too many official things about it, but I did get asked how to submit information for new teams for Team Prospect. So as far as I know, that's the only team that's looking to try to add a team. So if any of other people are out there, you should let me know.
As commissioner or Claymissioner, would you be in favor of adding a new team or expanding current rosters to make them a little bigger?
I think at this point, adding a team might be difficult. So we might have to look at other options. I haven't taken a hard look at the schedule and like what would adding another team or two do to the current schedule. But I haven't thought about roster expanding. That's an interesting point.
Would it be feasible to expand the rosters? And I only ask this because I remember when Jeff was on not too long ago, he mentioned something about one of the teams playing on a course that only has 9 holes.
Yeah, I guess you have to specifically think of SPAC having 9 holes. Yeah, but I mean, if that's the only course, I feel like there could be ways to work more players on a roster. If you only have one course that has 9 holes, you could figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
SPAC played super fast during the regular season, and during summer doubles, they add an additional hole on.
Yeah.
So between adding an additional hole and potentially having a card that has 6 people on it, probably wouldn't derail the whole thing.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because even for Team Challenge, I don't know if it was last year or the year prior, we added a hole across the street after hole 1.
Mm-hmm.
So there's options there for sure.
One other consideration would be like finals, though, because like New England, you have a larger roster than 18. So when you guys do finals, you have to have some kind of like weird format, right?
Yeah, there's just a lot. Sometimes there'll be a ghost card, things like that. But there's always more players than are really comfortable on a 18-hole course.
And if you got Corey there, all you need is 3 other people who don't mind playing on the ghost card. So.
I'm like the local guide. I've been here before. I know how to navigate these waters.
From what I gathered, the biggest point of, I guess, controversy, if you're going to say that, because I love drama, was with finals. Everybody seemed to enjoy removing the 3rd round, but the controversy seemed to be around that 2nd round for the losing team.
If you're really looking at the poll, it was 42% neutral. Neutral, 32% good, only 25% bad. But I know there was a lot of comments about it. I think that's one thing I'm looking into options for, definitely. I also kind of take the stance that 2nd place probably shouldn't be on season seating. So
yeah, I think I understand the logic behind it. But I also, looking back, like most every sport I've seen, you play the season, you get your seeding, and then that's it. When you get to the finals or playoffs or whatever, seeding is just a number. It just determines where you play against, if you have more home games or if you play on the road or what have you.
Right.
It doesn't factor into how you finish.
Yeah, I agree.
Something that came up in the comments of that was saying that basically the consolation game between CPS and Saratoga really didn't matter at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to incentivize that game mattering so that those people have something to play for in their 2nd match. They drove out to play that day. So I don't know, maybe we make that matter. And that brings it back to a 3rd match. Do we have a way of deciding the fake 3rd match after with something? It could be as simple as a CTP throw off between both teams so we get out of there quickly. Thumb wrestle, which I'm always down for. I don't know. Something that makes that match matter for the teams that lost first thing in the morning.
It could be something as quick as a sudden death doubles match.
Mm-hmm.
It would add a lot of drama to it.
Oh, that's fun.
Ooh, but like 9v9 still?
Whole team doubles match?
Yeah, but you lose the second you don't push a hole.
Yeah.
I like that. Like do quick matchups and then send everybody out and everybody's done in 3 or 4 holes, hopefully.
I was saying send out your best players.
Oh, your
best
champions.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what you do when you're tied at New England, right? You said no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like what you're saying is you play your first match, the 2 winners play each other, the 2 losers play each other. The winner is your overall winner. The loser of that winner's match plays the winner of the loser's match in that kind of sudden death. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because normally
Mm-hmm.
in New England Team Challenge, where I guess people like playing disc golf, we just do a whole 3rd round.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It is a lot. It is a very long day, but it's part of it. Another idea could be to have the 1st and 3rd match only be 9 holes.
That's interesting.
But I don't know. I'm just thinking of ways to do it. I'm still kind of the persuasion that we signed up to play disc golf. That's probably the nicest weather day of the entire match season. I don't mind playing 3 rounds.
I feel like New England 3 rounds, it's like you have a purpose of that 3rd round, right? Because it's like you're either in or you're out. So I feel like that's why people don't like the 3rd round for New York, because like Randy was saying, it kind of doesn't really mean that much. But there's so many options. I think getting all the options down and then probably putting it to a captain's vote to see what people want to do.
I like the playoff idea because then you're just going to have like a large crowd of people following them at the end, which seems like a really cool atmosphere.
And those that don't want to can leave. You know what I mean? You're only taking the better players who you would argue are the ones who want to play more disc golf.
I would not argue that.
I was also thinking on the flip side, if you kept it the same where, the 2nd match is just your first 2 winners, anybody else who's left, you do an alternate thing, just something. I don't know.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened. Like Saratoga and CPS played each other, but it really didn't, like the matchups didn't matter. Like they kind of just went out and had fun realistically.
Yeah. I think one of the tricky parts is what Kate said, is that second place means a lot in New England Team Challenge. You know, maybe the answer is to make second place not mean anything, and then nobody will complain about who gets it. You know what I mean? But I don't know. There's a lot of parts to it, but it feels like since it's gone from 3 to 2, it's created a few more problems than it's solved. But
So go back to 3. We'll have less problems. Boom. Solved.
I mean, I like playing disc golf, you know, and I don't mind doing that. I've been doing the New England version for a long time, but I don't know. I don't think that there's like a right or wrong answer to it. I think it's just that it changed, and it mostly changed for good. Now there's just a few things that kind of need to be tied up.
I'm with the philosophy that you can never make everyone happy at the same time. So someone's always going to be upset.
100%.
Oh my God.
And I think it goes back to what we talked about in the past, is like, if you make the second match important, it's going to devalue the end of the season as far as the regular season. So it's got to be something that makes both of them matter.
Not last season, but I think the one before that. I remember like towards the end of the season, our matches didn't matter. We could forfeit. It wouldn't affect. We were going to get in finals either way. And whether you go in second or third really doesn't matter because you're playing the same team and seeding doesn't matter. But that's how I guess a lot of sports are, so I'm told.
Any other thoughts on that? I thought that was going to go a lot longer. Okay, so also in the poll, what away match had the best spread? Now remember, this was mostly Stony Kill and Mine Kill, but it looks like Central Park had the best spread. Do you guys agree?
That's who I voted for.
That's who I voted for.
Yeah.
It's hard because, like, if you don't have an away match there, you can't. Because, like, I didn't go to a
True.
Central Park away match, so
Yeah.
I was
You got
baffled that Mine Kill didn't win.
Well, again, a lot of people who voted in this poll played for Mine Kill, so that might have skewed the results a little bit.
I mean, if Mine Kill is voting for CPS, it's got to be CPS. So
CPS had a pot of hot coffee and a big bottle of Kahlua next to it. Like they played us. Now that I'm thinking back to it, like they had those IPAs, they had the bottle of Kahlua. Like that was a good time. And there was like a gas fire. Well, not a gas fire, but there was a potential gas fire like 20 feet away with the generator. I don't know. It was an exciting lunch.
So I guess I'll preface this by saying I never actually got a chance to fill out the survey. I didn't realize it was going to close so soon, so I didn't vote. But at least for the spreads, I was kind of surprised to see CPS so high. Like Kaitlyn said, we didn't have an away match there, so we didn't get a chance to partake in it. But where is the actual results for this one? I keep missing oh, there it is. I was pretty surprised to see Mine Kill not have a larger share for how big and good their spread is. And I was also surprised to see... Wait, no, there's 2 greens. Never mind. I take that back.
Tower Power came in tied for second
Power did well
in their first year.
Yeah, I knew theirs was going to be high.
That's pretty impressive for the first year. I mean, I know we talked about it multiple times.
Yeah, effort is very much appreciated.
Yeah. J Park got 14.1. That's respectable, Corey.
Yeah, no, I thought I was looking at the spread question, but the graph I'm looking at now is way different than whatever graph I was looking at before. So I don't know what the fuck I was looking at earlier, but I was going to have so much stronger opinions. But now that I actually look at the actual data, I don't have anything else to say.
If you had voted, you couldn't vote for J Park. It would have been less than 14.1%.
Well, yeah, you're right. Did we have 3 away matches?
You should
And a
have.
neutral, yeah.
So, see, I would have played at Burbine, Saratoga,
Mine Kill.
and Mine Kill, right? I mean, out of those 3, yeah, I definitely would have voted for Mine Kill.
Corey, between the 2 team challenges, you played every match, right?
This year, I think I did. I don't think I missed a New England Team Challenge match.
Because that's one of the questions. Are you happy with the number of matches per season?
I am. Yeah, I am. I mean, I might be... No, yeah, I would say I'm happy with the number of matches. I mean, I don't really have anything else going on in the winter, so other than just playing casually, so I don't mind having a reason to kind of get out of the house for a weekend if it's New England Team Challenge and hang out with the team. And New York Team Challenge definitely gives a reason to kind of see some of the other people that you might not see over the winter if it wasn't for Team Challenge, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody, my guess would be Randy, Is there anybody who would like less matches?
Yeah, I'm in that fold.
Yeah, it's just because we both, or for at least me, playing both New England and New York, that's 2 neutral matches getting like shoved in, and it can be really busy.
Are you looking at like one less or more than one less?
In my head, just one less, like just keeping it to 1 a month, so it's something like reliable, so I can like actually plan way out and not have to really worry about the neutral match being on a different weekend.
Yeah.
The 1 month that there were 3 matches was quite a bit.
Yeah. I think I had 4 matches in a row this year.
Alex, you had 5, right?
I think that was the other way around. I think Jaimen had 5 and I had 4.
Oh,
Wow, really? I believe it. I don't know. It was a long year. My opinion might be unpopular, but I would prefer to have 1 less match and not have one in October.
Yeah.
It just takes up so much real estate in a month that is like freaking perfect for tournaments.
Yeah, on Stony Killers, a few players, I think, played Battle of Saratoga instead of coming to one of our matches, which is like, I would have also rather played Battle of Saratoga if I knew I was going to just go lose because we didn't have a bunch of our good players. Like, but that wasn't an option. So whatever.
So it's just 1 match less. Jason,
I'm probably an outlier, but I'd be okay with even less matches. I feel like I'd rather focus on fewer, like range babysitter, like figure everything out, commit to it 100%, and be able to do other stuff on the weekends. But that's just me.
What do you think, Kate Clay? Team Challenge becoming a weekend-long event. This is 1 weekend in January.
Just like 1 full weekend.
Before I took over, I also was on the lower side of the vote. But I mean, you look at the pie of New York Team Challenge players that played New England Team Challenge is a pretty small subset of the players. So I can understand why 7 is the most popular number for matches.
yeah, 62% have never played on a New England Team Challenge team.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And only 25 are currently playing. So
Yep. I feel like that number is also probably going to be less this coming year.
as far as playing for New England or...
Yeah, right. Because isn't there a handful of New England Team Challenge retirees that are that I think will stay in New York Team Challenge because of the drive
Travel.
commitment? Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're going to pull from the players of
The same pool,
New
yeah.
York Team Challenge to
Yeah, you're right. That's how math works, I guess.
I plan on getting back in New England stronger next season. Looking forward to it.
It sounds like there's kind of like both of that going on. Like some people maybe not doing New England and doing New York instead because they don't want to travel as much. And then people like Jason, would rather focus on New England.
Yeah, I can kind of see a good amount of pros getting a little bit burnt out on New York Team Challenge. It's a little less competitive than New England. You know, the rosters in New England are pretty strong and they're pulled from a very large area. So there's a lot of really strong players in that league. Whereas in New York, we're all so close that we're just always looking for players everywhere. So it's not always, it's not a roster full of pros.
Mm-hmm.
It feels weird, like when we play J Park, it feels like a discaptain scrimmage match. It's like all the same people.
Yeah, I don't always like competing against my teammates.
But they're not your teammates that day, Jaimen. I get it. One of the things we talked about last year, did Stephen P. Wallace add to the distance of driving, or is that kind of nestled in the middle that it didn't really add to? Because we talked about how far people have to travel last year.
I don't think it's particularly extra.
No, that was central to everyone but Wilcox, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the other Prospect? Is that the one you guys said is a potential for next year?
Yeah, Prospect. This in Troy is extremely central, I would say, to the rest of the courses. Probably the most central course in Albany.
I'm looking at the max distance you travel for one away or neutral match. I think Corey said it. Like, I don't know how many people know what 100 miles is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 2 hours.
I mean, 100 miles for someone that is used to doing 85 miles an hour on the Northway or 87 doesn't seem that bad. But someone that has to go 100 miles through the Catskills or, stuff like that is a totally different story.
So let's talk about corruption, Kate. So when we were both captains for the Albany Ultimate Summer League, like part of the money was set aside to kind of treat the captains because we did have to do a draft before the league started and just like put in a little extra time probably less time than team challenge captains do. And like we were taken out to dinner to kind of compensate for that. And it also just could give us all a chance to like talk as just all captains. So I don't know if like maybe Jason can answer, but like currently, is there anything done to like treat the captains in the league?
There's not anything currently. So there's that league fund, which is like a quarter of the entry fees go to that league fund. And then the captains can basically propose to spend that however they want and take a vote. So they could propose to do something like that and vote on it.
I don't benefit at all from this conversation, but it does seem like if we are slowly building up money, it might be something to consider, since the captains do a lot of work and extra time during the season, just to maybe to go over all the proposed changes and stuff, like have it, over half price apps and stuff instead of, remotely or just at someone's house.
Yeah, Randy, I think that's a good
What
thought.
defines a captain? Because I know some teams have like 3, 4, 5, 6 captains. Next thing you know, like half their
limit of 2.
That was something that way back when, with the initial rule set, there was something about like captains not going for more than 2 years in a row or something like that, with the idea that newer players, or not necessarily newer players, but players who didn't captain that wanted to try captaining would have the opportunity to more often. So I could see something like that incentivizing some players who might be on the fence about trying out something like that to try it out.
Yeah, God bless anybody who wants to be a captain, because it's just extra work for nothing. So good luck next year, Jess.
But she did a good job. I see 97.2% plan on playing again next year, or maybe playing again.
We'll have to get like a 6-month follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe around October.
Exactly. If we do make any big changes, I feel like this isn't a bad place to go over the logistics. So people don't just blow up the Facebook page or whatever for like a week straight.
I'm ready.
I can start working on some memes.
So, Corey, what about another 3-disc question? This time, current disc.
Oh, because I made up a thing last time?
Yeah, which was great. I loved it. But, why not do one more current discs?
Yeah, more traditional.
Because I love putting you on the spot. You love it. So
The thing is, like, the quintessential 3-disc question, left your discs on top of your car and drove away. Like, I can't think of somebody that fits more than Kaitlyn because of such a traveler she is. So, Kaitlyn, you're about to leave from Albany or Troy or wherever you live. I don't know where you live. And you're headed down to Virginia for the college reunion class of whatever you graduated open at whatever course is close by. And you get halfway down the throughway and you realize that you left your bag on your car. Somehow it's still stuck on there, but most of your discs flew out. So what 3-disc are you going to use to crush it in the FPO field at some course that you've never even played before?
Okay, well.
What are your 3 go-tos that you can just slice and dice?
Slice and dice. My number one go-to is, it wouldn't be as good if I had to buy a brand new one, but my Grace. I have a first run Grace. It's slightly lighter weight, which you can't get anymore. Definitely a go-to. It's my number one disc. Number 2 disc, EMAC Truth. Love the EMAC Truth. Forehand, backhand, hyzer, straight. Doesn't quite anhyzer, but third, I gotta pick a putter. So I'm gonna get a Warden, because that's what I'm putting with right now.
Okay, what if the putting putter was a freebie, like the free square in a bingo game?
Oh, okay, so I got a third disc? Latitude recently just came out with this disc called the Brave. It's like a way better river. So think of the river, but better. That's my third disc.
Is that the one you let me chuck like one time at that monthly?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing bombs. It's great.
Yeah. It's a 7-speed and it goes like 350 feet for me. And I'm weak in Noodle Army.
it's also a 2020 animated film in which Princess Meridia must rely on her archery skills to undo a curse. So, Latitude 64, December 11th, 2023.
So, follow-up question. Let me just check real quick. We'll be seeing you at the 18th Discat Presents April Showers at Hyzer Creek this weekend. Are any of those 3 discs that you just mentioned going to be heavy hitters?
I haven't gone back to Heiser Creek since I've bought the Brave, but I imagine in just going through each holes that one will definitely be a heavy hitter. It's just really easy to hit the fairway with it and it goes straight. So I'm thinking like all those uphill shots and like the tunnely shots, they'll be good for all those holes.
What disc are you going to be throwing off a hole 12 down the hill?
Oh, I used to throw this beefy photon, but I'll probably throw my Grace down the hill. My like newer, more stable Grace. Also depends on the wind.
Mm-hmm. No further questions, Your Honor.
Kaitlyn, any update on Fun in the Sun?
I've got a few more registrants since last week, so that's exciting. Something I forgot to mention last week is that, so we're doing a clinic in the morning and then the round in the afternoon. And I do have an option to come to the clinic only. So I have a few additional people that are coming just for the morning clinic and lunch, and then they're not playing the sanctioned round. So if anyone feels like they want to do that, it's $5 day of, and you still like get a disc in the player's pack and whatnot. You just need to let me know through email. So if anyone's interested in the clinic only, $5 day of.
Corey, J-Dubs, how'd that go?
Yeah, J-Dubs went okay. I think this is the first week that we played out on the east side of the course, which is like the OG Woods layout. We had 26 people, which was a little low for, I feel like it was nice weather. So I was hoping to see if we broke the new record for the league this year, which I think is at like 31. Justin Muccelli again took another win, this time with Thomas Rascona. They kind of crushed the field with a 12 down round, followed by JT Downey and Eric Eric B in second place, and then a 3-team tie for third. I think the birdie bank holes were a little soft this week, and you knew someone was going to hit it, so you might as well try to get included in the payout yourself. So there was 4 teams hit it: Jason Mechanic and James Scow, me and Mikey Bottles, the aforementioned JT Downey and Eric B, and also Muccelli and Rascona. So that cleared out the birdie bank. And James Scow also hit the CTP on hole 29, which is a par 4, and the second shot was what counted. So I believe he might have actually stole that from Brian Bickersmith as well. This is, well, you would have already played it if you played it this week, but we're going into J North, so I'm curious to see how that plays with daylight. And
lucky for you, you already missed it.
Yep. So, I'm sure it went great, and I just want to say thanks to my sponsors for another win.
Alex, Stonykill, Dubs?
Nothing really. We have continued our string of rainy Wednesdays and are anticipating to have yet another rainy Wednesday this coming week. But we're starting to get into some regular looking double scores. There was a tie at 10 down for the win. I don't know what exactly happened there. I assume they played off, but I was sitting at, I want to say 7 down, so it wasn't anything too crazy on my end, at least. But people are starting to, get into swing of things, so looking forward to some good competition in the future. Oh, did we want to talk about Welcome to the Jungle at all? Because that's coming up this weekend.
Alex is making cookies for us.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some cookies.
Have we not talked about that before? That doesn't ring a bell.
It's a tournament that Alex, Tim, Kyle, and I are all going out to this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Damn, no invite?
Are you playing in the tournament?
You're not playing.
Well, I know.
So anyways.
Not a lot to talk about, to be honest, but it's a 3-round tournament. Tee times Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe MA1, which is what I'm playing, and MPO both play Cogs Hall first, then Meadowbrook, then Cogs Hall Park, and Meadowbrook Orchard specifically, for people who don't know the full names. It's first, major event of the year for me, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, it's an A-tier, some good added cash, some good added merch. Looking forward to it. That's all I really got.
Yep, I'm looking forward to going out there. I'm excited to check out the new Disc Golf 978 store, which is at Meadowbrook now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I haven't played all of Cogs, and I haven't played the new Meadowbrook layout, so I'm a little nervous. This is a little bit big of a tournament for me to be playing blind, but that's just kind of how.
When you say new, do you mean like new as of like a year and a half ago, right? They didn't change it again anymore, did they?
Yeah, the last time I played it was finals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, no, so it's not new to anybody who's not me, but I haven't played it in a long time. But I've heard a lot of great things about it. I think it's going to make for some creative problem solving on my end. Thursday and Friday. I'm thinking of getting a really fast practice round in on Thursday at Cogs, and then potentially going out to Meadowbrook Friday morning before the tee times and getting a round in there.
I get a Michelli yet?
Michelli style.
Yeah, right. I got it. That's kind of. I used to be that kind of player who could just play a whole bunch of disc golf, and I still am. I can still do it, but it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, you are only playing one round a day, right, in the tournament?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It'll end up being 2 rounds in one day, which is absolutely fine.
Completely undoable. And you can't even imagine these things.
No.
I do have some drama surrounding Welcome to the Jungle.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah?
Send it.
There are some complaints from the FPO competitors that they have to play the red tees because they were grouped in with Pool B, and like the MP60, MP50 still get to play the long tees. And one of the girls was saying she went and played a practice round and shot like a -10 or something of that nature. And like you go look at the rating and it's like a 850 rated round for like that much under par. So they're all the girls that I talked to that are going are very upset about that layout choice.
Yeah, that's really frustrating.
Yeah.
That seems like something that they could change. Like a large majority of them. Why would you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, you guys should band together and tell the TV to change your layout. But it's kind of hard because like it's pool based, so you can't like totally switch your pool.
Still feels like you should just be able to upgrade if you're just doing layouts, like you're not changing the course.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I feel like that's a red herring. I don't think that has really any effect on it.
Oh, so you're saying like just play the different layout and stay.
Yeah,
with that
it's
pool.
tee times.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
That course is going to be used in the longer layout all weekend.
Yeah.
You're not moving anything time-wise or doing anything like that. It sounds to me like that's a big old silly case of not talking to women about what they want to do in disc golf, which is a really dumb way to run a tournament. And I shouldn't say that. It's not it's dumb. I'm sorry. I know one of the tournament directors, and he's a really great guy, and it's very surprising. I think I know one of the tournament directors.
I was looking at the pool numbers and how they have them grouped, and I guess they would have. I don't know, like what the logistics are and what tee times are available and how much, like how large that allows the pool to be. But yeah, I would assume that if a large number of your division wants to not play a short layout, then you wouldn't play a short layout for FPO or any like pro division.
Yeah, there's.
Or vice versa, like if you had a large group of MP60 players you had on a large layout and they didn't want to, then...
Yeah, I mean, as like a rule of thumb, I think you want the par rating to be kind of close to the rating of your top contenders in any division. So whether it's FPO, MPO.
Yeah, you said 10 under was rated 850?
I don't know. That's what I had heard. I didn't verify the information.
I'm going to look it up. I'm interested because that's crazy. I feel like par at Crandall is 850. It might be a little bit lower, but not. I'm like interested.
Watch it not be, and then we could scrap this whole conversation.
Delete it.
But also, too, if you play like a longer layout and you're pooled in with other divisions that are higher rated, that would probably help the ratings too. I'm not saying you have to play the MPO layout, but if there's other divisions that have higher rated propagators, that'll help.
Do you remember what course they were talking about doing this at? Whether it was...
It was Meadowbrook, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like FPO plays longs for Cogs and shorts or reds for Meadowbrook.
Okay.
Standard Cogs, not long Cogs.
Yeah. All right. They might have been off on the ratings on that. I'm seeing what?
I can't even. No, I'm just like that. Yeah, I didn't verify, so I believe it is they're off.
Yeah. At least, and it's a flex, but it's got a lot of people on it. In MA3, they played the red layout at Meadowbrook. It's 5,300 feet, so it's not super long, but par was rated 930.
Okay, that's very different.
Yeah, but like if it doesn't, and that's just like. I guess
that
semantics.
Off the red was rated 930?
Yeah.
That's like between a blue and a white level T.
Yeah, that seems really good.
I just posted the thing.
Maybe it was windy out.
It was very windy.
Another one was 930 was -1 on the Reds. So that is kind of a blue layout.
But that doesn't detract from the fact that the FPO players should be involved in the decision making for the tournaments that they're playing.
Yes, like Jason so kindly asking if FPO should move to long at Minekill, and I gave a resounding no. I said, please don't.
That's a different kind of long. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely different. There was a former FPO player, Chelsea Carl, Central New York. She always wanted to play the longest possible layout. I think because it just gave her such an advantage.
Yep. Chelsea bombs. I played a tournament at Heiser, and she outdrove the rest of the group like on all of the long holes. I really miss playing with Chelsea.
So, Kate, do you think the Minekill layout's like too tough or too easy? Is it?
I think it's just the way it should be at the moment. I think seeing how the field plays it the next few years will be like a good tell of if any changes need to be made, just because I feel like the past few years, like I won it last year not even shooting a 900 rated round either round, right? So I think like once people in the field are shooting the lower numbers, then I think like a reevaluation could be done. But I think it's perfect for the fields that we have now. I'm excited to see like what could be scored on it this year. With I know I'm playing a little bit better, and then Carly's coming out. So
I can't think of what par is on that. I think since I installed that Google extension, I lost like the thing where you hover over the round and it tells you what the layout is.
I just found someone who shot -1 was 944.
So it's probably like high 930s then for par.
Yeah, which I think that's great.
I mean, as an MPO player, if I'm going into a course and I know the layout I'm playing, like if I can shoot even and be really, really happy with that, like I think Frost Valley was that case. I really like that personally for me. But
yeah, yep.
Because then like
I
pars
agree.
feel great, birdies feel amazing. There's nothing worse than like playing a course and getting pars and feel like you're losing strokes. It's just, to me, like I'd rather like have tougher holes.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the PDGA page, when you pull up a tournament, tell you at least the course? I don't know. That seems weird to me.
Yeah, the locations.
It doesn't have to break it down to what layouts or anything like that. Just the name of the course.
You're asking
I'm
a
sure
lot.
if you click on the stats, it gives you all that. I don't. As a research type, that would be so much easier.
Well, you have to know to click on the little thing that says online registration, even though you're just trying to look up details and then look at the information on the disc golf scene page.
And again, it's 1 click or 2 clicks, but I'm lazy. I'm always looking for Kaitlyn, who's your partner?
I'll go Corey today.
Let's go.
All right. Jaimen, who you want?
I don't think I've ever been asked this.
Mm.
I'm going to go with Randy because he avoids me like the plague.
let's go. How many times have I had the choice?
More
Just
than
like
me.
3 or 4 times. No, I don't know.
I'm just hoping there's bird facts, man.
Oh.
Randy is like, whenever there's something plant or animal or bird related, I feel like I send it to Randy.
I hope so. Although I think we exhausted birds like a couple weeks ago.
It's
So
both categories, right?
I never want to see another bird again.
Mm. Kaitlyn and Corey, do you have a team name?
KC3,
Wait.
K, and 3 C's. Kaitlyn Clay, Corey Cook, KC3.
Yeah, it's great.
All right.
Nailed it.
Jaimen and Randy, you guys got a team name?
Nope.
All right. KC3. We got 3 categories. Pick 1, 2, or 3. The third one gets eliminated once the first 2 are picked.
I
vote 3.
3. Oh,
Nailed it.
team chemistry.
All right. Question 1, category 3. What type of violent, large-scale public protest gives its name to the gear worn by policemen dealing with it? What type of violent, large-scale public protest gives its name to the gear worn by policemen dealing with it?
Riot.
Yeah, I agree.
Is the riot a disc?
I say yes, not only because of course it is, but also because of it sounds like it.
Wow, that's a good enough reason for me.
You guys agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Latitude 64, August 30th, 2008.
Oh, okay, come on, Kayla. You got to be a little more confident in some of these answers. If
Oh, man. I don't know those older days.
Corey, you had another one a couple weeks back that was just like, yeah, of course it is, because yeah, it is definitely something like that. I listened to it like 3 times because I was just dying laughing at it.
I always come back around.
Team Jaimen and Randy.
What do you think?
Oh man, I don't know. 2.
Let's do it.
I was thinking Randy Bojamin, but that's a mouthful.
Ooh, rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you said 2?
Yep.
In architecture, pendentives are used to place what type of vaulted circular roof atop a square room? In architecture, pendentives are used to place what type of vaulted circular roof atop a square room?
I want to go simple and just say dome.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say too.
Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Is the dome a disc?
That like sounds like a good disc name. Like people like domey top discs.
Yeah. I think it sounds like a good disc name, but I wonder if it's a trap because it's too just disc related.
I agree. I fall into the trap with 4-letter names as well because it's just like such a simple, marketable type of word.
Huh. That's interesting. I never considered.
Like Riot was like a no-brainer. Like put it on a disc, 4 letters.
Yeah.
So we should say no. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that we should think about it a little less. But yeah. What's your first thought? Like, what was your initial?
My gut is yes.
Okay, let's go with your gut.
Oh gosh,
I'm cool with that.
Lone Star Discs, June 6th, 2022.
Good job, Randy's gut.
I don't know how that fits Lone Star's theme, but I like it.
Yeah.
Jalix, 2 or 3?
Instinct is 3.
All right, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Shakespeare put cry before what word in order to soldiers to start looting and pillaging? Shakespeare put cry before what word in order to soldiers to start looting and pillaging?
Cry havoc.
Havoc is a disc.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the line is cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war, but it's been a long time since I've done anything with Shakespeare.
Yeah, I like that. Let's go with that.
Is the havoc a disc?
Wait, is it a disc?
I'm 99% sure it is.
I'm pretty sure it is. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Latitude 64.
Yeah, let's go with the disc.
Yeah.
Latitude 64, January 10th, 2011.
All right, almost overthinking it.
All right, KC3.
Man, I did not like that Shakespeare question.
I know. I'm feeling the same, but the other one had to do with architecture, which.
I mean, the answer was dome, though. I mean, I didn't.
All right, okay, 2 then. 2. Let's go 2.
Yeah, let's go with 2.
All right, question 2, category 2. Common in Roman architecture, what term for a row of arches now often means a place to play video game? Common in Roman architecture, what term for a row of arches now often means a place to play video game?
Arcade was my first thought.
Same. Yeah, I mean, a place to play video games. The row of arches, I have no idea.
I mean, arcade has arc in it.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. That is what kind of drew me to that word as well. Yeah, let's go arcade.
Is the arcade a disc?
I'm going to be honest with you, Kate. Even after I said that, I did not feel good about it. Because I saw the word dome, and I'm like, how could arcade and dome go together? I don't really.
My gut is no.
Yeah, mine too. And our guts have been aligned so far, so
Yeah.
no, Pat.
You are correct.
Woohoo.
Was that a category 2?
Yeah.
That was category,
category
2.
two.
Yes.
Okay.
Randy Bojamin.
Kind of want to try 1.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Well,
to do
one's
2
out.
And then hand.
So 2 or 3.
Sorry.
Did I say 1?
Oh,
No,
okay,
that's-
okay, my bad. 3.
2 is the architecture. I don't want to like hand that off to
Yeah, the civil engineer.
Jason.
Zuh.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do 3
Good
then.
point. Yeah.
Category 3, question 3. In the 1991 movie Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the title character plays games of Twister and Battleship against what opponent? In the 1991 movie Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the title characters play games of Twister and Battleship against what opponent?
It's just death, right? Like the Grim Reaper.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Yeah, movies from the 90s are like my kryptonite.
I'm pretty sure it's death. I think they refer to him as death in it, even though there's a few different names for
Reaper,
that
yeah.
person. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like it.
I don't. Oh man, now I'm afraid because like is like Reaper's a disc.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I feel like that's grounds for can you be more specific? But
Yeah, let's just go death. I think that's what it was.
You good with that, Jamie?
Mhm.
Is the death a disc?
Ooh,
Good job, Randy.
thanks.
Is the death a disc?
That's a sick name.
It is a good name. Are there any metalhead disc brands yet?
Just the clothing company.
Yeah. What would a death be? Like if you imagine a death, what kind of disc is it?
It's like something like super overstable approach because it just like dies.
Okay. I kind of want to say no on this one, but like,
yeah, it doesn't exist. I don't think. Otherwise, I think people would throw it.
All right,
but,
let's start.
Yeah,
the first metalhead disc company.
We're going no.
Yep.
No. National Perk Service, November 28th, 2022.
The one and only time I've ever seen a Bill and Ted movie was when I was a kid and we were vacationing in North Carolina. I went to go pick up a pizza. I don't think it was a Domino's, but it was kind of like a Domino's place. And it literally came with the pizza, Bill and Ted's Bogus Adventure. And we watched it. We watched it as a family while eating our takeout pizza.
I love the fact that this timeline means you probably got this movie 10 years after it was released.
I mean, right? It was for free. Was it Bogus Adventures or Bogus Journey? You said
Bogus Journey, yeah.
Okay, actually, that movie came out in '91. Mm-hmm. Okay, timeline fits then. Yeah, I was probably about 8 to 10 years old when this all happened.
Jalix, 2 or 3?
I have no preference.
Me neither.
Let's go 2 then.
Yeah.
All right. Question 3, category 2. The pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, called the Hajj, is the 5th of what are called the 5 what of Islam? The pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca, called the Hajj, is the 5th of what are called the 5 what of Islam?
I believe they're the pillars of Islam.
That's what I was thinking.
You guys agree?
Yeah.
Is the pillar a disc?
Pillars are not known for going very far. But then again, neither are domes or arcades.
Pillar. It does not feel like a disc.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't either. If it is a disc, it's a stupid disc name.
Sounds good to me. Let's go with no.
Not a disc.
Goliath Discs, April 10th,
Goliath,
2023.
Freaking Goliath, man.
Oh, yeah, I guess it fits.
Wait, they're still registering new names?
When was that?
2023.
Oh.
All
right. Halfway through, KC3 at 4, Jaimen, Randy, and Jalix are at 3. KC3, 2 or 3?
How are you feeling now, Kaitlyn?
Let's keep going back and forth. Let's do, what did we do last time? 2? Let's do 3.
Yeah. I was feeling the same thing.
3?
Yep.
Question 4, category 3. Caused by bacteria or fungi, the dead tissue in what plant disease can be soft, hard, dry, or wet? Caused by bacteria or fungi, the dead tissue in what plant disease can be soft, hard, dry, or wet?
This is not what I was expecting.
You didn't brush up on your plant diseases before we
Plant diseases? Yeah, I don't know my plant diseases. Okay, what theme?
Yeah, what the heck? What's the theme?
See, riot, havoc, and death so far.
Oh, okay.
So it seems kind of end of the worldy. What plant disease?
I'm trying to think of what, like rotting?
I was kind of thinking rot.
Mold?
Mold came up in my head. Plague, probably not. Pat, can you say it again?
Caused by bacteria or fungi, the dead tissue in what plant disease can be soft, hard, dry, or wet?
Man. I guess mold. Yeah, I don't like it though. Unless you want something else.
Well, yeah, our 2 thoughts were mold or rot, so. Well, mold doesn't fit the theme. Let's go rot.
Okay, let's go rot.
No? Because it's like death.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. Right, okay.
Is the rot?
Oh, yes. Damn. Kaitlyn's out here just pulling like OG Corey stuff.
Yeah, I was hoping that was going to get to us, but it sounds like Jaimen had it.
Yeah.
It would not have gotten to you.
Man.
Randy was shaking in his boots.
Good job. Okay. That was like a buzzer beater too. We were all in on mold. I said yes.
Mold just didn't fit.
Yeah.
Corey asked.
Yeah.
That's great. Is the rot a disc? I don't particularly like it.
I don't either. Let's go now.
No.
Doomsday Discs, October 23rd, 2023. Randy, Jaimen, 2 or 3?
We stick with 3.
Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like, yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Question 5, category 3. Buzz Aldrin's second autobiography is titled Magnificent What? A synonym for barrenness, taken from a quote of his about the moon. Buzz Aldrin's second autobiography is titled Magnificent What? A synonym for barrenness, taken from a quote of his about the moon.
The first thing that comes to mind is Wasteland or Waste.
Ooh, I like Wasteland.
What was the name of the rest of the book?
Magnificent What?
Magnificent Wasteland?
Yeah, I can't think of any synonyms for barrenness, which is hard to say.
Yeah, Wasteland seems to fit the bill. That's the only thing that I can think of.
I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Are you sure you're not saying Baroness?
No.
Are you saying Baronness or Baroness? Two different words.
All right. What did you guys end up going with?
Wasteland?
Wasteland.
What do you got, Jalex?
Oh, see.
Oof.
See, not Baroness. Must have been Baroness.
Could I hear the question one more time?
Buzz Aldrin's second autobiography is titled Magnificent What? A synonym for barrenness, taken from a quote of his about the moon.
Yeah, I was thinking Wasteland sounded good.
Yeah, Wasteland sounded good. I would have said waste personally because, barrenness, like wasteland is a noun, waste is an adjective or could be an adjective.
Trying to think what else is barren.
I don't know if that gets, if the answers to this get that
Pat would have given it
specific.
to him.
I feel like he would have.
Yeah, like a desert, a barren, magnificent.
I mean, desert was the only thing that was coming up for me, but I got the same issue there where it's a noun, it's not an adjective.
And wasteland fits it would be a noun, right?
I think we're looking for an adjective because we're looking for a synonym for barrenness.
Wait, say the question again, Pat.
Buzz Aldrin's second autobiography is titled Magnificent What? A synonym for barrenness. Barrenness. Taken from a quote of his about the moon.
I'm trying to think of the themes. We got riot, havoc, death, rot. This is going to be some kind of like corpse thing. Barrenness. So magnificent.
Desolation. I like that a lot, I think. No, that's not quite right.
I mean, it could just be something like nothing or empty or void or I'm trying to think of other disc names.
Yeah, right.
Kate, what did you throw again? Just been a lot of Latitude 64 discs. I'm striking out.
Yeah, I think Void actually is my favorite of the ones that we've said.
Buzz Aldrin, Magnificent Void. It is. Barrenness seems like it describes more like land, though.
Yeah.
Like a desert? Do you think desert could be it?
Could be desert, yeah.
What do you like more?
I think desert is actually probably most likely. I think we go with that.
All right, let's go desert.
What do you think, KC3?
I say we go void.
Don't
Sure.
you dare.
Unless you have a better answer, Caitlin.
No, I have no thoughts about this.
Me neither. All right, and this is a steal. I say we go void.
We're looking for desolation.
Oh,
Alex.
had it.
Alex. Come on, you
Doomsday
should have.
Disc,
Had it.
April
You had it.
17th, 2023.
It was a steal anyway.
Your regular question now, Jal?
I think it should be our question
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 2 or 3?
2 or 3. There have been less in 2.
Yeah, I mean, not that they always go easy to hard, but 3 versus 5.
And we're through the first 3. So if I remember correctly, it was like a first 3, second 3 tiered thing. But
What do you like better?
I feel like we'll have a better chance with 2, which maybe we finish off 3 to hope to get some steals.
That's a good play. I like that. Let's go 3.
Sounds good.
I've also realized I can do easier to harder. So much easier after we're done with the quiz. It's so much.
Yep.
And you guys said 3?
Yes, please.
Final question. A word meaning ideal from the title of a 1516 book gets a new first syllable and becomes what adjective for an awful setting? A word meaning ideal from the title of a 1516 book gets a new first syllable and becomes what adjective for an awful setting?
Adjective, horrible setting,
Yeah. Awful setting.
and it has a word in it that means. What was the first part of that, Pat?
A word meaning ideal from the title of a
Yeah.
1516 book gets a new first syllable.
Does that mean like the original word is still there and it has like the syllable before it, or it replaces the syllable?
It replaces the first syllable.
It makes it harder. Damn.
New for, yeah.
So what words describe? I already forgot that second part of the question.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of words that...
Fit the theme? Riot,
Yeah.
havoc, death, rot, desolation.
Can I have the question just one more time? Sorry.
A word meaning ideal from the title of a 1516 book gets a new first syllable and becomes what adjective for an awful setting?
So an awful setting could be like a dystopia.
But he said it's adjective. Dystopian.
Dystopian.
As opposed to utopian? Yeah, that actually fits.
That means ideal, right?
Yeah, actually, that works out perfect. I love it.
Okay, I like it.
Is the dystopia a disc?
Is the dystopia a disc?
There's that. There's some dark disc companies out there.
Yeah, the last one was called Doomsday.
Yeah, it does sound a lot like a doomsday disc.
I'm 50-50.
I think I'm leaning yes, but I could easily see it going no, but I think I am leaning yes.
All right, let's go for it.
You going with yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Doomsday Discs, May 16th,
Yeah.
2022.
Nice.
That was really good.
All right, final round. KC3 and Jalix at 5. Randy Jaimen at 3. KC3, question 4, category 2. Cleopatra's Needle and the Washington Monument are what type of tapered pillar? Cleopatra's Needle and the Washington Monument are what type of tapered pillar?
Obelisk.
What did you say?
I feel like the word is obelisk.
Okay, great. I love it.
Is the obelisk? It is.
Yes. Yes. Is it this? I mean, yes, it is 100%.
So confident. I'll say, sure, yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Ah, you motherfucker.
Goliath. Let you
That's
down.
right. I got the hard part right.
Dang.
Randy Jaimen. What 5-letter word is used to describe a tall structure rising from a tower or roof, especially the tapering point of a church's steeple? What 5-letter word is used to describe a tall structure rising from a tower or roof, especially the tapering point of a church's steeple?
5-letter word. Roofs.
Oh man, everything I'm thinking of it's like 4 letters, like peak,
Peak point.
pinnacle. That's we could shave some
lot.
letters off that.
If you spell it really wrong, you can get 5 letters for pinnacle.
Yeah,
You guys have seen my text.
And-
I spell everything wrong. Man, it's going to be something stupid simple. Spire.
ooh, you nailed it. Yeah, that sounds right.
We'll find out. I think that's.
I'm so confident.
I like it. All right. Now, is it a disc? Is a whole nother question, but we got to get the right answer first.
Yeah, let's wait for the.
All right.
Is the spire a disc?
All right.
Every other one has been a disc so far in this category.
Oof. That makes me less
That's
certain
way
in
worse.
both
Yep.
directions. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like it is. I don't know why.
I'm good
I
with it.
have no real reason to. We have nothing to lose. Like,
No, I like it. It's one syllable. It's good. It's a good word. Slap on a disc.
okay, Spire. Yep.
Pie Pan Discs, March 23rd,
Wow.
2023.
And there wasn't no one in this category, right?
There were 2.
Arcade and obelisk. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was playing mind games, Corey.
Got me.
Final question. Final question for Jalix. Nebuchadnezzar's many building projects included the repair of what type of stepped pyramid-like tower devoted to the god Marduk? Nebuchadnezzar's many building projects included the repair of what type of stepped pyramid-like tower devoted to the god Marduk?
The only stepped pyramid I can think of is a ziggurat.
Yeah, nothing else coming to me.
You good with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Is the ziggurat a disc?
That's a good question.
For the win.
For
the win, too, yeah.
I'd rather say yes and lose than say no and lose.
Okay.
If that matters to you at all.
I'm in on that philosophy. I'm good with that.
Of course, it's a disc, Pat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no.
Yeah. Yes.
To be fair, I was leaning towards yes, so I probably would have
Yeah.
tried to convince you yes even if you weren't feeling like that.
I still feel bad, but damn.
So Jalix and KC3 end up at 6, and Randy Jaimen at 5.
Sorry, Randy. Better luck next time, bud.
Dang.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Kaitlyn. Thanks for dealing with all our questions and such.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jaimen, Jason, Corey, Randy, Alex, and Kaitlyn, and Sweet Apples.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Pat.
Thanks, everybody. I hit record in case anybody's worried.
Yeah,
about
you
it.
should have recorded all that. That was good.
Yeah, to my lamenting about my weekend. Yeah, so Friday I smashed a deer. Saturday I had like the chicken slaughter, and then Sunday I woke up no heat in my house and had all these
No.
issues with my heating. I just told Jess, I'm like, you cannot go away anymore. Like, just stuff's falling apart. You like leave and like I can't fend on my own. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe she's like gaslighting you, and she like rigged all that stuff to happen.
He's like, yeah, you know what? Next time you're gonna take the kids to North Carolina.
Did they drive or fly?
Drove. She rode down with my aunt, and we actually bought my father-in-law's truck, so she drove that back with the kids.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm replacing my old Dodge with a Toyota Tundra.
At least it wasn't a Ford. That's all I got to say.
No,
You don't really
all
like Ford.
Toyotas.
Corey's a Ford guy. I have a Corey Ford guy meme somewhere in my phone. I'll send it to the group. Don't worry.
All right, so that's the. Oh wait, is that Corey? Never underestimate an old man with a Ford. Heck yeah. Oh, you know what? I got one.
I look jacked in that photo, though.
There's mine of Corey cheating.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't get this more often.
The day that was the big topic, I got inspired, but then by the time I finished, it was like, it's over.
Quality.
I was actually pretty impressed that I lined up the shoulders with the shoulders on that.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good. Can barely tell it's in Photoshop.
Oh, Photoshop. That was Microsoft Paint or whatever it is.
I mean, all you did was make Corey's legs look more jacked.
Yeah, I could squat a house.